Keira, one of my favorite moments was the waltzing scenes.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what funny things happened while you were preparing for those.
What funny things happened? I don't know that many funny things happened on the whole shoot for Anna Karenina. I think it was just a lot of hard work and trying to figure it out. I mean, the waltzing scenes, they were choreographed by Sidi Labi Shakuri, who is an extraordinary contemporary choreographer. And so the bottom half was a contemporary waltz, but the top half was something completely different. So it took about 3 weeks to actually try and figure out how to put the bottom half and the top half, and this hand's doing one thing and this hand's doing another thing, and then you're kind of basically waltzing in circles that might be changing in directions. It did take quite a while, and after we finished filming, we took 4 days to film that sequence. Everybody got sick. All of the professional dancers, all of the actors doing it, everybody got sick because it was so exhausting. So I think because of the exhaustion levels, there wasn't really a lot of laughter. It was just more kind of trying to get through it.
So Aaron didn't step on your toes too much?
No, Aaron's a really, really good dancer. Aaron's like, Aaron, I think, got it the quickest of anybody. He's extraordinary. So no, he didn't. I mean, I think the really difficult thing was we didn't actually have the dresses to learn the dances in. So we'd never tried it until we filmed it with the actual costumes on, and the costumes were so heavy. It was like having a small child kind of wrapped around your waist. So I think that added to the level of exhaustion throughout the entire thing. So that was quite funny in hindsight, not so funny at the time, possibly.
Good thing you weren't wearing those shoes.
Very good thing I'm not, yeah. Seeing as I can't even walk in them, it's a very good thing I wasn't trying to dance in them.
Now, I also understand that you were using your Chanel connections to get some of the jewellery in this.
Well, yeah, we phoned up Chanel and said, can we use your jewellery, please? And they said, yeah. So that was great. So all of the jewels that I'm wearing in the film are all real. So it's a lot of diamonds and pearls, a couple of rubies in there as well. So yeah, I didn't get to take any of them home, unfortunately. They had to all go back to Chanel. But it was very nice getting dressed in the morning.
You must feel skittish, though, putting all that real stuff on you and not,
Do you know, it's terrifying how quickly you just take it as normal. You're like, you get a £2 million necklace or whatever it was, and you go, I'm wearing a £2 million necklace, and then before long you're just kind of playing with it like that, and you think, what am I doing? I'm just sort of
A diamond is flinging over
a diamond. No diamonds got flung. They were all given back.
What about the costumes? Where are they now? Are they in a museum somewhere?
I have one of them's in the V&A in London, one of the costumes. I don't know where the rest are. I'm not sure what happens to them. I should imagine that they will go out to various museums. They're really extraordinary. It's Jacqueline Duran who also did the costumes for Pride and Prejudice and Atonement, and she's a really, really, really extraordinary designer. She works very from a very character sort of base, so her costumes are kind of have so much symbolism within them, So for Anna, we always saw her as this sort of this bird trapped in a cage. So that idea of the cage we wanted to use, and so she created, the underskirts for the dresses were cage-like that you see at the end, the corsets obviously, and then veils used a lot of times. I'm surrounded by fur. The idea being surrounded by death. There are dead birds in her hair that can't fly. The use of the kind of the diamond being that cut glass, the sharpest of all of the stones that could sort of slit a throat at any moment. I think we wanted to keep that. Then a lot of one of the dresses in particular was actually made of bed linen, and a lot of it we wanted it to look like underwear. So you get kind of almost like it's falling off, but not. So that idea of sex and death being entwined. For the final costume, we wanted a kind of symbolism of the Whore of Babylon, so we actually found a lot of paintings of that and then took the colour of the dress from a lot of those paintings. So all of the costumes tell a part of the story, which is why I think she's so brilliant.
Fascinating. And now, being affianced, do you feel differently about the themes of this movie? Does it resonate differently?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think what was fascinating, I read the book first when I was about 19, and I remembered it as being this very beautiful kind of, sweeping love story, and her being innocent and a victim. And then I went back to it last year, before we shot the film last summer, and went, whoa, this is very, very different. You know, this is a much darker, morally much more ambiguous story and person, and how you're meant to feel about Anna. I mean, you should love her and you should sympathise with her, as I think it's impossible not to, but you should also condemn her, and you should also not like her all of the time. And I thought that was all really interesting. Now, I mean, I think it's the thing about great literature, you know, you can go back to it at different points in your life and you'll see different things within it. You know, one of the things I found massively difficult about it this time was the idea that she leaves her son. Now, I don't have children, but it is, I mean, to forgive her for doing that is quite massive, and I certainly don't remember that when I was 19. You know, when I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't think about it, but that was very definitely, you know, something that hit me this time. And I think what's fascinating is that kind of thing where you go, okay, well, I judge her for it, but would I be any different? I can't necessarily say that I would be any different. I can't say that I would behave in a different way than she does. If you've been starved of love and then all of a sudden you have it for the first time, do you not give up everything for it? I mean, I understand doing that. I think we're emotional creatures. We're not rational, you know. So I think the question within the whole story of judgment and when we judge and when we forgive is one that is a massive theme throughout the film, and one that I don't have the answers to, but I found really interesting kind of exploring.
Well said. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.